Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today, like I said before in the last video, today we'll be looking at the Idris. Now this ship is absolutely massive, so let's not waste any more time and let's jump straight into it. Now I'm not going to be able to review much of the outside. I mean, I'll give you my best look at what I can, but obviously you've got to remember there's a skin on this ship as well, so it's not the default skin, and it doesn't I don't think my friend has any kits on it. I think it is just the normal Idris. But anyways, looking at the hull, the bridge, sorry, we have our 2 pilot seats here, our 4 gunners over here, so we've got 4 gunners up here, so they can all access turrets. And obviously I believe that they eventually will be able to do other things, but I'm not too sure about that. However, further back here we do have 4 other gunner seats as well that are remote access, which is a lot of guns to have. That door back there is just an elevator that we're not going to take. We're just going to head on down. Actually, no, we will take it today. Let's take this elevator. The only room that is behind this is an airlock that you can access as well by the elevator. Oh, I'm on private property. It's not very nice. Okay, the bridge, it's broken. Right, okay. Yeah, let's just, let's head on down here. So, coming down the stairs, we have our first area here. There's the same on the other side as well. We have our turret. So, a turret that goes up, and the same with the front here. Just the front one has a little window. That's nice to look out of. We are just above microtech right now, so that's what you can see. You can probably hear someone flying around. I don't know. I think that's what that noise is. Anyways, we're gonna head on down to here. Now on this side we have the armory. So if there's any mess, by the way, my friend has used this ship, so I don't know if there's any mess or anything, so that's why. But normally it wouldn't come with any mess or anything, so... Also, this is an armory, by the way. I think this should maybe be like passcoded to whatever you want it to be every time you claim your ship. But regardless, in here we have obviously where someone would stand and give you weapons, or if not give you weapons, like allow you access into here. We have a bunch of gun holsters. We have armory lockers. Yeah, that's the word. I don't know what these are though. This is I'm not too sure what these are. I cannot actually tell you. But more armory lockers as well for your armor and everything. Some seats for obviously, well, not for you, but like in lore purpose, you would sit down and put your armor on and things like that. But and on this side we have something really cool, which isn't in any other ship, is a shooting range. A freaking shooting range, by the way. Like, how insane is that? So whenever you just feel like it, you can just pull out your gun and just start shooting it. I mean, at the minute, just the ball, but, you know. Anyways, we've got more gun storage here and some ammo storage. But back here, which I think is really cool as well, is there's more gun space and obviously space for storage and things, so you can just clog up in here. However, let's leave that now, because I cannot keep talking about the same area for a long time, because there's so much to cover. Anyways, we have our escape pods for, like, over here on this side. There are only 3, but I believe that these are the bigger ones that hold more people, instead of the ones that only maybe hold like 2 or 3 people or something, or however big the normal ones are. Anyways, this is an engineering room here, so there's some components in here, as well as relay access. In this area is where the elevator would have been, so you would be able to access the bridge from here to there. Again, engineering, and then coming back down is to where you would come out of. Here, this is where you would come out of normally. Coming up here we have the cargo bay, so this is the big one that you can access from the hangar, which these elevators take you down to the hangar. I'm not going to go on them because I keep on accessing private property. But these hold like quite a bit of room for storage. Down here we have, again, like I said, back up to the bridge and armory, and a way across where you can actually see into the hangar room very nicely here. and you can actually get across to port side. Now coming through here, we have our mess hall. And this is quite a big mess hall because of how many people are normally needed to crew the ship. And obviously we have our area here where you've got like all of the different bits and bobs. I'm assuming this is like a microwave of some sort and some drink or food dispenser. Oh wait, there you go. Beans. Beans. I mean, there's milk, coffee, water, and then there's cutlery dispensers, and then your empty trays. But again, there's no bin. Where's the bin? I said this in the Hammerhead video. There's like no bins. Anyways, this is the bunk room. So there's a lot of bunks in this one, instead of like the Hammerhead where there was only a couple of them. And in here we have our toilets. This is our toilet area. Sorry for disturbing anybody sitting on the toilet. Again, this is where I'd spend most of my time. Again, we've got storage on each side of these lockers, so you can fill these lockers up with as much room as you want. I mean, I don't think anybody will ever run out of room in this ship, like if you wanted to store things, because you have so much room. Anyways, in here we have a little crew, like kind of chill out area with a TV, or what looks to be like a TV or a screen. And then these two rooms here are pilot rooms. So it's the same, looks the same on the other side as well. These are just pilot rooms. Again, they look quite nice. Coming back out of here, that is it for the crew quarters. And if you want to know where these showers are, it is directly across and into here. This is the shower room. And they don't have any... Okay, that's a toilet. There's the showers. Right, so there's like a lot of showers, a lot of toilets on this ship. And obviously you've got in here, you've got your big long sink and mirror. And through here, you actually have a long corridor where you can access in here. And you can come into the captain's quarters. Now again, like I said, I don't know if you guys noticed, this is very minimalistic. And the screen doesn't work, there's no decorations, there's no books on the shelves, there's nothing on the cabinet, like on the table. The only thing that there is there's a lot of storage, like I said. I mean, there's 3 lockers full of stuff. Don't actually know if they come with anything. Oh, they do! They come with stuff. It's pretty cool. Oh, but they all act as one single storage. Okay, I didn't know that. And then obviously you've got your own little room here, and your own little shower and bathroom. Oh, and some nice towels. I mean, it's nice that, you know, CIG didn't come out and it brutally exposed me like last time for using all the toilet paper. And actually, I mean, it just tells me that I'm out of toilet paper, actually, so it's kind of helpful. Like, I know to restock for next time. And then again, you've got a shower in here, and... Oh, I just did a 360, and a bed. I believe this is for your co-pilot as well, and then obviously you've got your captain here. Oh, not your co-pilot, like your second-in-command man, not your pilot, sorry. And obviously if the captain's ill or something, they would be, like, in charge. But I don't know, I mean, the captain might just want 2 different rooms for whatever bizarre reason. Anyways, again, that was just another thing there to come across to port side or get across to starboard. Now, again, on each side on the Idris, there is a docking collar. And again, these are what you would use to access the stations if you dock at the stations. However, these rooms right here, you'll see a lot of these. I believe there's 4 or 5 of them on the ship. Maybe even 6. These are actually used for docking ships. So if a ship docks onto your Idris and wants to basically park on it and board you, this is where they would come from. And then moving down here, this is another cargo bay that we've got. It's a little bit smaller because this is the grid here. This area here is the grid. This, however, doesn't open, so I'm assuming that there's going to be something there, but I don't know what it is right now, and there hasn't been any change. Apparently, I asked my friend if there's been anything changed on the ship since he owned it, because he got it like around the same time that it came out. And I said, like, oh, is there anything changed? And he was like, no, not really. Anyways, entering the med bay, which is right at the front of the ship, we have our little medical office here. And this is where you would obviously come to talk to somebody, be like, oh, where's my brother? He's been shot. And then you run in here and you're like, oh no, he's dying. And then you'd be all sad, and then it would go into like it would like, you know, end like an episode of Emmerdale or something. I don't watch Emmerdale, by the way. I just know how dramatic that series is. So, yeah. Anyways, we have our, I believe it's actually called the operating theatre. Yeah. So, I mean, these would be nice to have as storage as well, for like, obviously, if you wanted to store med gel and things like that, but unfortunately, there is no way to do that. And I don't know where you can actually refill the med gel in here either. Like, I don't, where do you refill it? Or do you just not refill it? Or do you just miss out? Anyways, regardless, you have a lot of beds in here. You can kind of just swap between them. This one comes with 400 and these ones come with 200, I believe. But anyways, yeah, that's a lot of beds. I mean, it's not as, I don't think it's not as many as the Apollo, like on the, if you got all tier 1s. Not tier 1s, tier 3, sorry. But yeah, there's still a decent amount of beds to have, and then you've got like access here to tell you the stats and things, and then there's obviously a person who would sit here and tell you things, and then again, this is where the episode would resume, and it would be like, Doctor, tell me he's gonna live, and then like it comes to the other side. I'm so sorry, little one, but he's gone. No. Anyways, after that, like, you know, soap opera like performance there, you know, hire me. Hire me. Anyways, yeah, so coming to the front of the ship, it was, we have 3 on each side, 3 escape pods on each side, a total of 6, which is quite nice to have. I mean, especially for people like manning this turret here and maybe taking turns or whatever. Obviously, you've got the big turret at the front here. And then coming back out, we've also got the med bay, so you can evacuate the medical staff and things like that as well. I mean, that's quite nice to have. But we're going to head back on ourselves, and we're actually going to take the other side, I've just noticed. So give me 2 seconds. So we've got a couple of rooms to go through, but I'm going to go through the ones that are in the main corridor first, and then head back over to the other rooms further into the ship. So this room right here is the engine room, and it has this nice little animation that, like, you know, is supposed to scan you. I'm assuming this is for like if you've got like radiation poisoning or something like that, and it, you know, tells you. But when you come in, both of these doors are manual, so you have to click on them to open them. But in here you have 2 huge power plants. There is no way to change these out, by the way, because they are just solid. Like, this is just it. It comes with the ship and that's it. I don't think there will be any way of changing it, but if there is, then it is what it is. Anyways, just to show you that how big this ship is for scale, without any of the icons on, this is how big the ship is. Also, this is a bit bugged because of just the scale. I don't think it can comprehend with the system and how big it is. But yeah, it's huge. This whole thing, it's such a cool looking ship. And I genuinely think it's like probably one of the best looking engine rooms that there is in the game. I mean, again, the only problem with this is obviously if people drop size 9 bombs, like I said in the Eclipse episode, if you just drop bombs on the top of this thing, so this thing is like right next to the bridge, if you just aim it so it hits right underneath the bridge, anybody in here, anything in here is just doomed. Like, it's finished. But anyways, we're going to head up to the top of the ship before we go down there, because I'm yet to show you what's in there, because that is the brig, I believe. But here we have, I'm not going to show you down there, that is literally just a turret. It's a single turret on its own. But in here we have the briefing room, which is a lovely little addition to the ship for everyone to come in and, you know, have meetings every now and then about what's going to happen and things. Obviously, for us players, it's probably not that great. For orgs, yeah, fantastic. I mean, like, you know, obviously if you want to have a morning meeting like some stores do and things like that, like, okay guys, today we're going to be doing a clean out, go and empty all of your lockers. Like, you know, obviously things like that, they can do things like that. I mean, I think it's pretty sweet. The only downside I will say with the Idris right now and like other multi-crew ships is there's no way for all of them to like log off in one ship. like, I think there should be some sort of system where it's like, as long as you're in the party with them or you're like friends with that person, you should be able to log off on their ship. So then that removes the whole thing of like a griefer just logging off on someone's ship because they're chasing them, don't know where they went, they log off. The guy thinks, oh, they've just left, and then they fly away and they kill you and claim your ship while you're flying. So, you know what I mean? Like, I just think like things like that would be a better way to put it in place. Anyways, again, we've got more escape pods. I am going to quickly show you this room because it's right here. But this is our security room. It is a nice room. I really like this room actually. But you've got buttons on here where you can actually open all of the jail cells. So there's jail cells in the brig. That's what the brig is. It's like a jail room. And then this is where you would stand and be like, your brother's in jail. And then I'm not going to do the I'm not doing the soap opera performance again. That was a one-time show. You got it and you must take it now. But anyways, yeah, so these cells you would obviously lock and there would be no way to get out. Like, nobody would be able to get out. Like, I don't think these, like, doors are breakable by damage. So, you would get given food by however means. I mean, there's not really anywhere to get given food. But there's, like, obviously bins here. There's your sink and a mirror that doesn't work. A toilet, you know, where I'd spend most of my time. So I just sit here waiting for somebody to come rescue me. And then at least they've given you a pillow. Like, you know, you can't be mad because in prisons over here, I swear you don't get a pillow. But anyways, yeah, so these are what they look like. They all look the same. I mean, it's kind of like a little boring room, but it's actually kind of cool at the same time. And obviously, someone would be standing on guard here, watching out, just in case someone came and was like, I'm going to take all of your prisoners. And you're like, no. Anyways, yeah, so this takes you back up to the bridge. So now we're going to head on down over this side and head down here. So this is the pilot ready room. And then right here we have some training pods. How do I know this? There is a sign somewhere that literally says it. Yeah, sim pods right there. Now, I read this the first time I came up here. I was like, oh, what's this? And I read that as simp poo. Don't ask me why. I'm not dyslexic. I just read it wrong. And I was like, a simpu? What the hell's a simpu? But yeah, I think you sit in them and obviously like they spin you all about like that, but yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's pretty intense. Moving downstairs, we do have relay access here. We've got fire extinguishers all over. Again, over here, I also needed to ask about this because there's more storage here. But these, I cannot tell whether they're treadmills or yoga mats. Or something else, like I don't know, but my top two things was yoga mats or treadmills. Now over here we have two big hamster wheel treadmills where you'd run and obviously it would just come around with you and then it would save it using electricity. You just run on it. But yeah, that's kind of cool and gets the pilots ready for the missions. Down the bottom here, we again have one big area here. I'll show you down there in a second. And then over here we have like kind of like a sitting area waiting for the pilots to get the ships ready or something, or if the pilots are out, this is where the crew can come and sit while waiting for the crew to like the ships to fly back in, and then they can rush into the hangar room and get them ready and everything because we've got all the storage in here and everything. But I'm going to show you the bottom of the ship first, and then I'm going to show you the other side of the ship, and then we'll show the hangar last, and that's where we'll end off. So this is another turret, the same on the other side, but this is quite interesting. It's, well, as you can see, why are we back over New Babbage? Like, what? I swear we weren't here a minute ago. I don't know if my friend's flying the ship or he's flown the ship somewhere, but we weren't here a minute ago. We were close, but not that close. Anyways, you would obviously, I believe this is a magnet, or it's supposed to be a magnet where it pulls up ships, or like yeah, the MPUV like ships, so like the small ones from Argo, like the ones that carry small people, like small people carriers, or things like that. And obviously cars, tanks, things like that. Like I don't know what you would put in here like necessarily, but it's the fourth hangar, so it's obviously used for something. It's just a case of what. But over here you've got like a little engineering access area, But unfortunately, these don't act as a storage yet. And these tools are obviously can't pick them up. But this, obviously, this button here opens the exterior. And through here, I haven't actually seen this room yet, so this is a new thing for me. So what is this? Is this a reactor or something? Oh. Oh! Oh, this is very cool. This is, so if you don't know what this is an artificial gravity generator, or at least as far as I'm aware, this is what this is. It's, that is very cool. That's very cool indeed. And I can close it from here as well. Oh, that's so cool. You know, I'm gonna reopen that because I'm scared the server's gonna die and it's gonna lock me in. I'm never gonna be able to get out, so I'm good. But that's very cool. I do like that a lot. That's probably one of my favorite looking rooms in the game, like in a ship. Like it actually looks really, really cool. Like along with the engine room in here, I do like it a lot. So design-wise, these ships so far have been awesome. But again, just quickly while we're talking, I'm just gonna ask: would I recommend this to a beginner? Absolutely not. Another turret. Would I recommend it to a small group of friends? It depends on how small is small. But quickly before I continue, we've got some storage over here, and then I'm just going to quickly show you the hangar quickly. So this is the big 3-ship. It's supposed to fit 3 ships, generally, but it can fit more, obviously depending on the size that you fit in here. And also, those on each side, so these areas here, you can fit cargo as well. But yeah, 3 ships, so there's a pad here that would go up. This thing would pop up, and it would basically be like a blockade for any ships or vehicles that are in here. So it's kind of cool. And then up here, this is the last room in the ship, as far as I'm aware. I don't think I've missed anything. But up here we have the control room. Now, none of these buttons over here do anything at the minute, unfortunately, so we can't put up any ramps or anything like that. The only thing that does work is on each of these control panels here. So every single one of them by the windows, you can open the back hangers or the front hangar doors. So yeah, that is everything. I'm going to quickly jump up to the bridge, so then we'll go over some talking and some specs and things like that. And then I will end the video. See you guys in a second. So after that flash of lightning to make me appear on the bridge out of nowhere, we're going to talk about the Idris. Now, where can you buy this thing? The only 2 available places you can get this thing in the game right now, right in this very moment, this is before version 4.8 in the live versions, the only place you can buy this or get this is either on the store during events. So sometimes they do it during Invictus launch week, and sometimes they do it at the end of the year during November. I cannot think off the top of my head what that event's called. Sorry, I'm just not thinking straight right now. I can't think of what it's called. But anyways, they're the only time you can buy it. Or if you have a total of $13,000, you can go ahead, or actually I think it's more closer to like 15,000, but besides the point, $15,000, you can buy yourself the Idris-M variant, which is a little bit different and it has a railgun, whereas the normal Idris-P comes with no attachment. It is just a standard Idris with no railgun, laser beam or missile launchers at the front. However, they're the only 2 places you can buy them on the store. I don't think you're able to buy the Idris-M anymore at all, other than in that package. So that's the only way you can buy the Idris-M variant. But this that I've just toured today is the Idris-P. However, there is no shop you can buy this in. The only other place in the universe that you can buy this, so not with your own cash, with AUEC and trading and things like that, is Wicklow. As far as I'm aware, there is no other way to buy a ship, buy an Idris in game right now. However, most of the turrets on the ship are size 5, all of them size 5. They change out different, like some of them are like more like, some of them are M7As and some of them are you know, the normal repeaters. It just depends on which turret you choose and things like that. Obviously, depending on what kit you get as well, you can sometimes change out some of the smaller like automatic turrets to ballistics. The same with some of the remote access turrets, as well as the big one at the front, which I believe is the M7A ones, so the size 5 ones. You can also change to a size 7 ballistic, if I'm not wrong. I might be wrong about the size, but I know you can change them to ballistics, but they are very heavy. Anyways, that is going to wrap up today's video. Unfortunately, like I said, there is no way to buy it in game other than, you know, using a way like Wicklow right now to get an Idris, or again, buying it with your own money. And that, if you're wondering, by the way, if you do not know, the Idris M is in a bundle worth £13,000 or 15,000-ish, give or take, dollars. And if you're looking to buy the Idris-P on its own, it is a whopping $1,900 or pounds. Just depends on where you go, and obviously if you add a kit onto that as well, like a kit, so an Idris K kit or an Idris T kit, sometimes they can add on an extra $300 to $400, give or take, just for those kits alone. Now, that's everything for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Please let me know what you guys thought down below. I'm gonna have to go and give this ship back to my friend. We are gonna go do something, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and yeah, take care, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care for now. Bye bye.